Welcome to AmeenAcademy.com. In theory of equations, let us discuss complex numbers. In that, normal form of the complex number we will discuss now. Look at this figure. This is a XY plane. In that, Y plane is an imaginary plane and X is a real plane. The point here, this red point, represent the complex number Z equal to A plus BI. That means A is the real part of that complex number and BI is the imaginary part. The normal or standard form of the complex numbers is Z equal A plus BI, where A and B are real numbers and I is the imaginary unit, that is square root of -1 is a I. Now we'll continue this. Now the normal form can be represented by bracketed form A and B. If it is like A is a real part and B is the imaginary part, then we can represent this further. Look at here, this 0 B. What do you mean here? 0 is the real part is 0, 0 complex number. Imaginary part is B. In that, we can represent this like B0 into multiply 0, 1. That means if you multiply this both, that is B into 0, 0, B into 1 is 1, B into 1 is B, and 0 into 0 is 0, 0 into 1 is 1, 0, then therefore we can write 0B can be represented by B0 and 0, 1. Now AB can be represented now equal A0 plus B0 into 0, 1. Since 0B is this, therefore AB can be represented A comma 0 bracketed and this. Now addition, subtraction, multiplication, division you can do within this manner. Look at here, A comma 0 plus B comma 0. This can be represented because real parts are A and B, so we can add them. That is A plus B, imaginary part is 0. Then subtraction, A comma 0 minus B comma 0 can be represented by the same procedure, A minus B and 0. Look at this multiplication. A comma 0 dot, that is multiplication, B comma 0, which is represented by AB dot 0. That is real parts are multiplied and imaginary parts are multiplied. This is comma. Then division, A comma 0 divide B comma 0 can be represented by real parts are divided and imaginary part is 0. This is a basic concept. Now we know that in algebra A squared minus B squared equal to A plus B into A minus B. Now this is a basic identity of the algebra. Now normal form can be represented, that is about A comma B is, we know that A is a real part into imaginary parts, we can write bi. Is a basic representation of the complex number in normal form. In that, I stands for square root of minus 1 minus unity. Now, for some examples, look at some examples here. Find find cubic root of cubic cube of find the cube of z equal, which is represented by minus half plus I root of root 3 by 2. Here we have to find cube of this complex number, that is z cube. Now right, first we'll start with z square. Z square equal to minus half plus I root 3 by 2 into minus half plus I root 3 over 2. Now we'll FOIL multiply half into half, that is minus half into minus half is 1 by 4. Then minus half into I into root 3 by 2, which is equal to minus I root 3 by 4 minus I root 3 by 4. Then second term with this first term minus I root 3 by 4. Here I is I into I is I square, that is minus 1. Root 3 into root 3 is 3 by 4. Look at here, this quarter here minus root 3 by 4, which gives positive quarter, negative 3 by 4 gives minus half. And look at here, you can also do 3 by 4 here. Then minus I root 3 by 4 minus I root 3 by 4 is minus I root 3 by 2. This is our z square. Now z cube is nothing but z square into z. Z square is already, we got half minus I root 3 by 2 into the original thing is z is minus half plus I root 3 by 2 minus half plus I root 3 by 2. Now we'll multiply this. Minus half into minus half is 1 by 4. Minus half into root 3 by 2 is minus root 3 by 4. Minus I root 3 by 4. Then minus minus plus I root 3 by 4. There minus and minus plus I root 3 by 4. Then here minus I plus I is I square is minus 1, but minus into plus minus, so minus 1 into root 3 into root 3 is 3 over 4. Look at here. Here half minus root 3 over 4. is minus half real part, and this minus I root 3 plus I root 3, which minus I root 3 by 4 minus half minus I root 3 by, there's some mistakes here, half and half is 1 by 4, then it is minus this minus I into I is I squared, that is minus 1, and minus plus, so quarter, that is minus half minus I root 3 by 2. So represent here minus, then we have minus half minus I root 3 by 2. Then check here I z square, that is we got z square is minus half into minus I root 3 by 2, then z cube equal to minus half minus I root 3 by, yeah, then this is equal to minus half minus I root 3 by 2 into minus half plus I root 3 by 2. Then multiply carefully, minus half into minus half is quarter, minus into plus is minus I root 3 by 4 minus I root 3 by 4, and this minus plus I root 3 by 4 here, because minus into minus plus here. Now we get it now. Look at here. This I minus, this is minus here, and here plus, because I squared is minus 1. Now this both cut, then quarter plus 3 quarter is 1. Now we got it, z cube equal to 1. From this z cube equal to 1 means, it is meaning of that one, cubic root of 1 is these original things. That means the cubic root of 1, we can get it this in future videos, we can do that. Now, so far we discussed about the normal form of the complex number and in one example problem. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.